Hello, beautiful souls. My name's Casey. Welcome to Eternal Resonance. Here, I hope to help the human in you see and experience the soul of you by connecting to your higher self, connecting to higher energies, higher consciousness, to beings, angels, and ancestors. Today, I tune in, asking that whatever is meant to be said today will be shared. I think it's important for me to say I'm trying to show up on YouTube every day, and it's been really hard. It's been hard to do something new. I am a mom of a year and a half little boy, and I work, and it's very busy. And so finding time for myself has been, it's a challenging thing. And then starting something new here has been really challenging. I'm sharing this because maybe you're somebody who's been thinking about doing something new or trying something new, and your mind, like my mind, was figuring out all the reasons why I couldn't do that, why I couldn't show up here every day, and why would I anyways? Because why would anyone want to watch source consciousness show up through me? Are you a recovering people pleaser or someone who has struggled with seeing your own worthiness? Hi, I'm Casey, and me too. Me too. I was going to say me too, gal, but you may not be a gal, and that's okay. You get to tell me what you are. So showing up here is something that I'm learning to do, and something that I am feeling very called by source to be here. I believe and am learning to live into the fact that I am here to raise the vibration of the planet. And if you are here with me and you resonate with these readings, you probably are as well. We are looking for each other right now. Sometimes, and I think some of us don't even know that we're looking for each other, but we are here. There are many of us, and the world is really in need of direction and love from a neutral space. And that's what I want to talk about. That's what Spirit's wanted me to talk about today, is non-duality, and how it's going to be. Non-duality is the new earth. When you hear a lot of people talking about third, fourth, and fifth dimension of consciousness, or this old world and this new world, or the world of what is it? The Aquarian teacher. No, that's for yoga teacher training. But this idea that there's a shift, and it's not an idea, like it's many ideas and many movements and stories and experiences and things that are being played out in front of us right now. Our world is really going through some big energetic shifts right now, and those of us who are called to step forth during this time and really start speaking and allowing the truth to come through, we have a lot of work ahead of us. And so I feel very called to show up here and to continue to support and encourage and hopefully inspire the way I've been inspired. I have been inspired so deeply by people on YouTube. So anyways, I know when I watch these videos, I'm always like, get to the reading. So let's get to the reading. These are Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. These are my like ride or die cards. I love these cards. If you do like Oracle decks and you enjoy pulling for yourself, I encourage you to get that one deck. And you have to find it. It'll find you when it's time. But I feel like this deck, I always go back to over and over again. And I also don't let anyone else touch it. That's a whole nother video. So, wow. Loyal heart. This card is so beautiful. I'm sorry if it's backwards, but thankfully, other than the words, you can really see. You can just see the beauty. They're both looking at each other, these birds. Like, I got you. You got me. And that's what this video today is about. And also a message to me of what I'm supposed to be doing is helping us be loyal to our hearts. When you see this, you can think about, the first thing that my mind was to think about is like a relationship or something, but I don't really feel like that's what this is. This is, how do I survive this time right now? How do I step forth in love? How do I anchor my light? And it's by being loyal to your heart. There is information all over the place. It's everywhere. It's this is informing you, good or bad, whatever, right now. Like there's so much an influx of information coming into us all the time. And this card is reminding you that you, your eternal resonance, the soul within you, the truth of you is what you need to be loyal to. And this loyal heart, one of my favorite YouTubers right now calls it your sacred heart. Um, and I'll link her down in the description box. She's amazing and is really like has changed my life in so many ways and is the reason that I'm here recording this video. Thank you, Cortnie. Thank you, Zero. But being loyal, okay, Spirit, bring me back. Being loyal to yourself, doing things that feel like devotion. That was a turning point for me when I started looking at my self-care as not like this thing that I do, for myself, because then it felt like a chore. But when I said, like, how can I devote to myself right now? Does this feel like devotion to myself? Yes, no, right? That is being connected to your sacred heart. The problem, the issue, the hard time that we have is the ego. Your loyal heart, your sacred heart, the truth of you, your soul, your divine spark, your inspiration, your intuition, the voice and support of your ancestors, like all of these things. Those are the voices. That is the space that we are being called into. That's the space we're being called into. Is that space of the heart space. And what I am learning is that love in its purest sense is neutral. And that's essentially what non-duality is. It is holding a neutral stance. That doesn't mean you don't care. It doesn't mean you don't have emotions. Like, oh, I really, 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 really love something, or I really, really, really don't like something, or, I really feel called to this, or I really don't feel called to it. It's not that you don't have likes, dislikes, because that's part of being human. And that's part of our ego's job, is to, attach to certain things. And everything, all things in succession, like all of these things are working towards our good, towards leading us to our highest expression. And we can choose to, connect to those things or not connect to those things. But when we connect with those things, when we connect to what's most true for us, it's going to not make sense. That's just what I'm here to tell you. Devoting to yourself isn't always going to make sense. It's not always going to make sense. And even more than it not making sense, it's not always going to be easy. In fact, at first, it's not easy. It's never easy at first. I don't want to say never. Never is a very harsh word. For me, it was not easy. For people that I know and people that I've talked to, it's not easy to not follow the ego, because the ego is what your spirit came down and rooted in at the base of your spine. And locked and as that energy locked into the root chakra, locked into that place, the rest of your body is activated. And then your human identity, your ego identity, what makes you human, is there and activated, and is constantly trying to keep you safe. And that means that fear is the leading actor for the ego. How can I stay safe? Well, if we're worried about our safety, then we're also going to have in that mind, like, what makes us unsafe. And so then the ego's job is to keep us from doing those things that make us unsafe. And sometimes doing something that you've never done before feels unsafe. And so then our brain is unable to decide if something is or is not a actual threat to our life. And so when we have fear, our brains and our bodies react to that like we were running from a lion out in the wilderness, like we used to be, however many years ago. The body doesn't know the difference. The body doesn't know the difference. It just responds to the thoughts when it's in a autopilot mode. So what you're being called to. You're being called, I've lost my card. You are being called out of autopilot. And if you're already out of autopilot, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And keep following that. Getting out of autopilot is sometimes stopping and taking a breath. You know, it doesn't have to be some elaborate ritual. In fact, most of the time it isn't. And if you're here and you're still listening, then you're probably out of autopilot. And maybe that message was for the one person that was still watching and curious that may have not resonated with anything else because it came through. So I'm just going to trust it and leave it there. You are on the right path. You are connecting to yourself. Receiving videos like this on your algorithm is the universe responding to the energy that you are putting out. You are putting out energy that you want to receive or that you're wanting to grow, or that something is going on. That's why this video is finding you. Okay. And you know what that is. You know what it is. And if you don't and you're feeling unaligned with this, then just go to a different video. But if you're intrigued, your heart space is where you are being called to live from. And to live from the heart space is to live in a neutral space. And again, that's not that you don't care about things. It's like a space that you choose to embody over and over and over and over again. I don't know as a human if I would ever be able to get like in a constant state of neutrality. But I find that when I'm in that, when I'm able to go into that neutral space, that is the realm of possibilities. That's where everything is possible. And that's why it's love, because love is infinite. It is unbound. It is, not something that can be tamed or controlled or put a label or things put on it, because it's so many things. And I think a lot of us have this feeling that love is like this ravaged passion or something, or like, you feel all this energy in your body. And I think that's part of it. But love in its purest sense is calm, it's collected, it's neutral. It is not affected by external factors. And this is not a place that you're going to be in all the time. But when we are up against what we are up against right now, the biggest thing we have to be careful of is becoming what we are fighting against. Not by starting to do what they're doing in terms of whatever their policies and stuff, but by embodying that anger. Anger is a powerful emotion and it has a place, but it's usually fear. When you get down into it, it's usually fear. And that's what we are being called out of. We are being called out of fear. We are being called into our sacred hearts, connection with the eternal resonance. And just stick with me. We're going to talk more and more about this in all these videos. But I know if you hear it and you're interested, that means this is for you. That's what we're going towards. This new earth that I am here to help create, that I can see. I can see it. I can feel it, even though it is invisible to most everyone. And if you are here and you are feeling called, you can probably see it too. And if maybe you can't see it, but there's something about what I'm saying, or something about this idea of that the world could look differently than it does, and that it has many times before, and that we are being called to something deeper, then that's enough. That's a confirmation. Anything else that Spirit wants to bring through today? A song. Keep walking, keep singing, keep praying, keep trusting, keep on letting go into love. Keep walking, keep singing, keep praying, keep trusting, keep on letting go into love. So how do you do this? You keep walking, you keep singing, you keep praying, and you keep trusting, and you keep letting go and surrendering into love. And how do you know if that's what you're doing? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel fulfilled? Does it make you excited? Those are the things we are meant to follow. I know that the world that we live in has taught us some other capitalistic narrative. but you were meant to seek out what makes you happy. Joy is your birthright. And if all of this feels like you're interested, but it still feels confusing, that's what you do. Keep walking, keep singing, keep praying, keep trusting, and keep showing up for yourself. And as you do, more things like this will make its way into your field. This is just a little YouTube video. But as you raise your vibration through connecting to that non-dual place, because that non-dual place in you is the 0 point. It's the point of creation. It's where it's the realm of possibilities. It's the place of imagination. It's where everything is born. And what is being born has not been born before. The earth is vibrating at a frequency it's never been at before. And people are waking up every single day. And every time somebody engages in this conversation, in this connection to the self, the vibration is rising. And more people are waking up to the fact that capitalism and consumerism and early bird gets the worm and you can't sit with us, it's dying. The if I win, you lose, it's dying. In the new world, and in the world in the space where we are able in times of stress to come into that neutral space, that's when humanity heals. Because that's when the divine, and the divine is not outside of you, the divine is able to rise up in you and be experienced. And that is what changes. That's what changes us. And the beauty is, it's not anything that you have to create or cultivate or be or not be. It's just what you are. I want you to, if you can, just put your hand somewhere on your body. Anywhere that's calling you. And I want you to say out loud with me, there is a reason that I'm here. I am open to receiving messages from my spirit team. I open my heart and ask for guidance. I trust that it is true. And so it is. You are loved more than you can imagine. Thanks for being here. Please consider liking and subscribing. I don't know what this channel is going to become, but I'm here for it, and I hope you are too. Leave me a comment, send me a message. I'd love to connect with you. You are why I'm here. Until next time. Sat Nam.